you ever stop eating?
I'm hungry. Do you ever stop eating while you're sitting at the dining table? Is that supposed to be flirting? What is happening?
Harry.
Can I join you?
What exactly are you?
You conform to the prescribed disciplinary practices.
It sounds as if you're questioning my authority, Minerva.
Not at all, Dolores.
To question my practices is to question the ministry. The one thing I will not stand for is disloyalty.
Disloyalty.
Things at Hogwarts are far worse than I feared.
I do love the blocking of that scene of the stairs. I mean, it is very on the nose as far as what the deeper meaning is behind it. But I like how it works, particularly because it looks like it's going to be comical of them just continually going up and down. But then when McGonagall steps down, that's when it hits kind of hard, because you had seen them one-upping, and then you see McGonagall lose, essentially. The fact that it ends with that point, and then Umbridge taking an extra step up, that is really good. However, once again, the scene could have been cut because it doesn't really unveil anything. Everything that happened there, we're about to watch. I'll just play it and show you. Rather than hearing McGonagall and Umbridge argue, we could have just heard hammering, then cut to that. The sign being hammered up and nailed down. That would have worked just fine. First of many, many, many montages. Oh, look, Percy. I forgot that he's even appeared. No, he does. I do remember him appearing later. I think this melody is one of the only ones not from the first three movies that plays at the Universal Studios. There's a lot of montages in this movie. One thing that I do like about it, though, is showing the casualness that she uses magic. That's something that's really been missing inside a lot of these. Is just magic is easy for them. Just use it for everything. Oh, yeah, Flitwick's just the choir director now. That's all that he does. He doesn't teach charms or anything.
So, what's going on?
It's Professor Trelawney.
Is that a Manchester accent? I think it is.
You can't do this. Actually, I can. Something you'd like to say, dear?
Oh, there are several things.
There's a moment that is only meaningful to those who have read the book because you don't know the absolute disdain McGonagall has for Trelawney if you have only seen the movies. And the fact that she comes out to comfort Trelawney is actually a big freaking deal. But if you've only seen the movies, you have no idea about that. This doesn't hit at all. They include so many, conclusions, climaxes, reveals, prestiges, so many results and endings of things, but they don't have any of the build-up for any of them. That would be a big moment right there if you knew how McGonagall feels about Trelawney. But you don't, so you didn't. Good gosh. This is so annoying constantly.
Professor McGonagall, might I ask you to escort Sybil back inside?
Under the terms of Educational Decree number 23,
You have the right to dismiss my teacher. You do not, however, have the authority to banish him from the ground.
for now,
Look at that face. That is not somebody who is in command. It's annoying because he does have a very powerful voice, but his manner is not there. He does not look strong. He looks like he's on the verge of falling over, and that's not because he's so old. It's like his shoulders are all pulled up. He looks kind of out of it, and the spark in his eyes isn't there. So bad, so constantly, so annoyed. I hate this casting. I hate it so much. What was that?
But you all have studying to do.
Yes, listen to the grumpy old man.
Professor Dumbledore.
Don't know why Harry feels the need to talk to him right now. I understand what they were going for, and that is, him ignoring Harry feeling ignored and not getting Dumbledore's attention and him wanting to talk to him. But why did he want to talk to him there? I guess they're implying that's the first time he's seen him since he got to the school. I don't know. What was it he wanted to tell him? That's the big thing that's missing there, is I don't know what he wanted to tell Dumbledore. Earlier in the hearing, you could say that he wanted to thank him, to show his gratitude and appreciation for Dumbledore showing up and getting him out of this mess. There, what was he going to do? Thank him for standing up for Trelawney? Why? That doesn't seem like something that he would feel the need to express to Dumbledore, especially that urgently. I don't know. It doesn't work. It does not work at all.
We're not learning how to defend ourselves, not learning how to pass our owls.
Harry, serious? You said you were worried about Umbridge. What's she doing?
That's so much better. It looks so much better, but consistency. Why did so many of these directors want to change what already existed? This is a series. This isn't like a couple of actors in Game of Thrones where the actor changed or something. And we did have that with Dumbledore, where circumstances necessitated something changing. They didn't have to change how that looked. I mean, it looked awful in Goblet of Fire, so they should have changed it back then. But once it's locked in, it is locked in. Stop trying to change what is established. My gosh. They should have locked in a director for all 7 movies because you could be consistent. You wouldn't have somebody new coming in and trying to put their mark on this and changing everything. And again, I'm okay with that looking different. It looked awful in Goblet of Fire, but it's the fact that it has been established that in Goblet of Fire, that's how it works. By not following it for no real reason, it means that these movies are not coherent. They are not all together. The actors are the only things holding everything together, and the location, I guess. I just don't understand it. If I was the director, I would plan how I want everything to be shot, but I wouldn't change how visual effects look. I would respect the director that came before me and what has now become lore. Was this the beginning of the crap that we're in now? Was the Harry Potter series of directors not following established precedent? I didn't expect this one to get me as annoyed as it has. Yeah, I actually remember enjoying this one when I saw it in the theater, but man, just looking at it through a critical eye of not just I'm in the movie theater and I've paid for my ticket and it's time for me to watch it, actually like sitting down and processing, it makes me not like these.
Sirius, she's not letting us use magic at all.
Fudge doesn't want you trained in combat. He's becoming more paranoid by the minute. Things aren't going at all well with the Order. These disappearances are just how it started before.
What disappearances? I honestly don't know. Why would you bring up something that's not in the movie? Especially once you've edited and you've seen, well, we don't have any disappearances. Let's just cut that line.
What can we do?
Someone's coming. I'm sorry, I can't be of more help. It looks like you're on your own.
He really is out there, isn't he?
Yes.
And if Umbridge refuses to teach us how, we need someone who will.
Is that the end of the scene? Sirius said, someone's coming. I've got to go. Nobody walked in here. Presumably he was doing that in his own house. So why would he be nervous about somebody coming and walking in on him in his own house? Why did he have to go? That doesn't make any sense. This window thing better go somewhere. Snowy. Yeah, that's kind of a cool effect.
This is mad. Who'd want to be taught by me? It can't be any worse than old Toadface.
Okay, so that's an unfortunate transition because we don't know what he's talking about. It's like a continuation of the conversation and having that long gap between the two. I understand they're saying time has passed. That's fair. But taking a page out of Edgar Wright's book in Scott Pilgrim, they will cut mid-conversation, but it'll be like really quick, like the conversation is still going. Having this long gap between what she said, showing the guys, shot to the mirror, slow zoom into the mirror, snowstorm, long zoom into Hogsmeade, which is on a hill now, but I don't think there's ever been an exterior shot of Hogsmeade, so we'll let it slide right now. That's too much, so now it feels like we're mid-conversation, and there's nothing wrong with it. Like, an audience should be able to put this together, what they're talking about, but that was an awkwardly long gap between what she said and Harry's statement. The way that it is edited, I'm not saying you can't understand or can't figure out what he's talking about. I'm saying that the gap was too big, so the audience does not assume that this is a continuation of what she said. It sounds like we're in the middle of a completely different conversation and we might have changed topics. And now we're going to have a couple of statements before we figure out what is happening. They might have been able to get around that by having this not be in media res and just going straight into what they're up to.